You know what this muscle is? On top of your shoulder? Deltoid. And then this bone is the spine of your scapula. Okay? What's the muscle above the spine of your scapula? Supraspinatus, correct. And then below? Infraspinatus. And this little one? Teres minor. That would make this your...
Teres major?
Yes, teres major. This muscle behind the scapula?
Subscapularis.
Yes. The nerve line on the subscapularis? Thoracodorsal nerve. So this is your thoracodorsal nerve. This nerve going under your axilla is your axillary nerve. This artery up here is your axillary artery. Once it passes through your axilla, it becomes your brachial artery. Okay? It doesn't split or anything, it just passes through.
Where is the point where it changes the name?
Right here.
Okay.
We would label it clearly. It would be labeled up here, axillary. It would be labeled down here, brachial.
Got it.
Okay? It splits, and this model is kind of wrong, but this is what we're calling it. Right here, this is your ulnar artery. And this is going to still be your brachial, because when you take your BP, you're taking it on your brachial artery. Okay? Once it passes through your elbow, it's going to be your radial artery. Really, this is going to branch down lower. So on other models, you can see it better, and it's going to be your radial, okay? But on this model, it's not going to be radial until about here. Your radial artery passes through to the back of your hand through your anatomic snuff box, and it's back here. This is radial. It's going to give a branch to your superficial palmar arch, which is mainly supplied by your ulnar artery, but it's going to anastomose with the branch from the radial artery as well, okay?
So the superficial palmar arch is the anastomosis between the ulnar artery and the radial.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the nerves. So this nerve right here is your ulnar. This is your median. Your radial nerve is right here. Then you have your deep branch and your superficial branch. Okay, deep is right here, going deep. Superficial here. One more nerve. Do you know what this nerve is? It's one of the terminal branches of the brachial plexus tibialis. No?
We haven't studied that.
Musculocutaneous. Okay. Do you know what the muscle it is lying on? This is your brachialis muscle.
Okay.
The muscle over top of your brachialis. Do you know what this is? Biceps. Yes, this is your biceps muscle. It has two heads. This head is your short head, and this is your long head.
How do you know that?
Yeah. How do
Long
you know?
is lateral. That's what all your classmates have been saying.
This
On
is
some of-
lateral? How's that lateral?
I'm not sure. That's why I say some of your classmates have been saying that. It's labeled 12 on every other model except for this one. Okay, 12 is long. Know that. Sorry.
Okay.
So this is your brachialis right here.
Okay.
And then this one, attaching to your coracoid process, is your coracobrachialis.
Okay.
Okay? Flip it around. This group of muscles,
Triceps.
triceps brachii muscles. This is your lateral head, your long head, and your medial head.
Okay.
The long
Of
is
the
in between, of the triceps brachii. So if we labeled this head, and it said be specific on the card, this would be your lateral head of the triceps brachii muscle. Okay?
Medial. And this medial.
Medial head is right here.
Oh,
Long head is right here.
long. Yeah, long medial.
Okay. Going down to the forearm. Okay. This muscle is your pronator teres muscle. This muscle, pronator quadratus.
Where?
This little tiny
there.
one right here next to your radial artery.
29.
Yep.
Okay.
So pronator quadratus, pronator teres. And then you have these muscles right here. This is in your flexor compartment of your arm. This is your flexor carpi radialis muscle. It flexes your wrist. Flexor carpi ulnaris muscle. Okay?
Okay.
Flexor carpi radialis, flexor carpi ulnaris. In between them is your palmaris longus muscle. It ends in your palmaris longus tendon. Know that if we label it down here, we are labeling the tendon, okay? Palmaris longus tendon. in between all these muscles, lying a little bit deeper, is your flexor digitorum superficialis muscle, right here. You can see it here as well. So flexor digitorum superficialis. This line next to it is your flexor digitorum profundus muscle. All right. This muscle right here is your flexor hallucis longus muscle, or flexor pollicis longus, I'm sorry. Pollicis means thumb. Hallucis means big toe. So if you name them in the foot, they're going to be hallucis. Okay. So flexor pollicis longus muscle. Your brevis is up here. This is flexor pollicis brevis muscle. You have the three muscles up here. This is your abductor pollicis brevis, and this is your opponens pollicis muscle. So flexor pollicis brevis, abductor pollicis brevis, and opponens pollicis. Okay. This is your adductor pollicis muscle. So it's going to pull your thumb in, adductor, as compared to your abductor over here. This is your abductor digiti minimi, pulling your pinky away. Okay, abductor. So abductor pollicis brevis. Your abductor pollicis longus is on the other side, right here, running to the length of your thumb. Abductor pollicis longus. And then finishing out this compartment, you have this muscle is your brachioradialis. And then just like you have your flexor carpi radialis and your flexor carpi ulnaris, you have them in your extensor compartment as well. This is your extensor carpi ulnaris and your extensor carpi radialis longus and brevis. Okay, extensor carpi radialis longus, extensor carpi radialis brevis. Okay. This little thing over here is your aconius. I don't think it even has a function. This is your extensor digitorum muscle, and your extensor digiti minimi is the little tiny one that runs right here. Then we already said that this one is your abductor pollicis longus. On top is your supinator, right here, the squarish muscle. And then you have your extensor pollicis longus, 36 right there. And your extensor indicis is the little 37 right there. And it extends your pointer finger. I think that's it. Majority. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.